Peace, blessings, and salutations. My name is Yurima Karama. Um, had some inboxes and a few people reached out to me. They inboxed me in my personal email and asked me to speak on this particular topic. And by no means am I an expert. I'm not an expert on any topic basically outside of probably when I do the voices from behind the wall. But I do have my analysis, and for this particular uh, segment, I am a man. So I was asked to do a segment on why do men cheat. And when I first, the two ladies, this is for you, Felicia and Kiana. Um, when I was asked to do this segment, this is um, a subject that has probably been gone over thousands upon thousands, millions of times, um, as to why do men cheat. And I always, when I hear when the question is posed, I always wonder, like, well, why do women cheat? You know, and I understand why the question is posed to men because uh, people tend to think that we do it more than any other group than it be as far as between women and men cheat more. But then when I also ask, well, why do women cheat? I also think about the friends that I have, the men that I know that don't cheat, who are faithful, and it seems to me like those men, not just the ones I know, but men all across the world who don't cheat, they're never given the recognition. It's always why do the men who do cheat? Why do they cheat? And so it's almost like you everybody is thrown into this big pot of gumbo as far as the men, even the ones who shouldn't be in that pot, they get thrown in there as well. So I just wanted to bring that up, that there are men that don't cheat. Um, so why do men cheat? One, because it's legal. It's something that you can't go to jail for, even if caught. Now, it can cost you economically if you're in a marriage and you're wealthy and you get caught. And you're probably thinking I'm being facetious with this. You're probably thinking I'm being funny with it. But at the end of the day, when you look at human beings and the human experience, there are certain laws in place that if those laws weren't in place, people would do them. People don't steal from stores because there is a law that if you get caught stealing, you're going to jail. But if you could go into a store and if you had a choice of just taking what you wanted and paying the shop owner, most human beings would just take. Let's be honest. I spit truth to power, man. So, let's not, especially in this economic environment with poor people, and I mean, come on. So why do men cheat? Because it's legal. But even on a more serious note, the reason and these are just some of the reasons, and I can only speak as a man. Hopefully there will be some men that respond back and give some other reasons. But one of the biggest things is, there's you, the woman that he might be with, and then there's 3.5 billion more women that he's not with. Um, so it's like people get into relationships for sometimes the wrong reasons, many times the wrong reasons. They might have the right intentions, but they get into the relationship for the wrong reasons. Was there any investigation done? Uh, was there any time spent as far as before we actually got married or before we actually slept together? Did we spend time kicking it? Did we grow as friends first? There are different variables in relationships as to what we need to do prior to even getting into one. Men want something different. Uh, just being honest. Women say that they want the truth. This isn't always the case. They want that truth until they get that truth. And sometimes they can't stand it. So a woman, and it was just like a female friend was just telling me, women will lie to men because they want to protect our egos. They don't want to crush the ego. Well, men will, not will lie to women because that's the safest, most convenient thing at the time. So, you know, men don't cheat because I mean, men cheat and women automatically think it's oh, he doesn't love me. Absolutely not true. Or it's because I've done something. Um, Not necessarily true. And maybe it's a thing in the relationship where you both need to work on a few things. So it's not always because I've done something. It's not always because um, there could be some things lacking. There things. Hey, you're not doing a certain thing, and you could be doing that certain thing, and he still cheat because we want something different. There's beautiful women walking all around. One of the biggest factors, though, is because when you look at, and sometimes relationships are built just on being in the vicinity of one another. I mean, let's take this for instance. A man is at work 8 hours a day. His cubicle is right here. Deborah's cubicle is right here. They talk all day. They're at the job for 8 hours a day. At the end of that day, he goes to Planet Fitness and works out. Gets him a good hour workout. Goes home, showers. He's been gone literally out of that day. He's been gone about 10 and a half hours. Gets home, showers. Him and the wife or the girlfriend, they eat, kick it. He might watch a program. At the end of the day, he's with Deborah at his job much longer than he's been with his wife. Just the pure hours involved in the day doesn't allow him to be with his wife. So there's things that Deborah might be doing. There's things that Deborah might be saying. There's something being built right there that he might find attractive. There's something being built that she might find attractive. So, and then something happens. Doesn't mean that he loves his wife any less. Doesn't mean that he even loves Deborah, because men can be with women and have no emotional ties. It's just sex. Women don't tend to see it like that. Women get emotionally involved, and so there's that difference right there. And so then the bigger question is that, based on this Western civilization, Western philosophy of how relationships should be, are we even sure they should be like that? Have we ever even really questioned that? Have we questioned why we attach ourselves or should be entwined with one person? Do we even question that? Or is it just something that we just adhere to because Western principle and Western philosophy says that this is the way it should be? Other cultures practice differently. So, not making any excuses, but, that's kind of, I think these things need to be questioned. Going into a relationship, I think most importantly, and I can't remember this author's name, but I think everybody should read the book, the Five Love Languages. Do you know your partner's love language? If your partner hasn't figured out your love language, there's something missing in that relationship. There's something lacking. And, if there's no communication, that provides a problem. That provides a serious problem where there might be some cheating going on later on. So these are just a few of the things, but mostly men want something different. Mostly men want something different, and then sometimes it might just be a thing of a lack of discipline. If a man hasn't built up any discipline, a woman can come at him and get right in, especially if she knows how to feed his ego. He's gone. He's out of there. Bedroom, here we go. So, these are just some things. Men have to grow. Uh, but there are women that have to grow too. You have to know, how to communicate. You have to know how to express, and there's a way in which that is done, and each couple has to figure out their way, what works best for them. So, Yurima Karama, I hope that Kiana and Felicia, I hope that helps. If you want me to go further, just let me know. Um, on the flip side, just a quick note. I did my video a while ago, uh, somewhat like F the Oscars. We haven't even gotten reparations yet. So I'm one that let's do. Let's find a way. I'm not just going to bash if I'm not doing. I know there are a lot of people that do that. They like to bash and then sit back. I get people that comment on my stuff all the time, and they bash me, and then I'm like, I wonder what they're doing on the front lines of this thing called life. I wonder what they're doing to give back and contribute. So, what we're doing here in Columbus on February 28th is we're having what is going to be called the black carpet celebration. And what it's going to be is we're basically having our own Oscars. We're going to have show films with our main black actors, such as Denzel, uh, Idris Elba. Maybe I hope I got his name right. We're going to do some independent black filmmakers. We're going to have the big screen up. We've already gotten the facility. I think it's somewhere in the Arena District. Um, and basically, we want people all over Ohio. If you want to fly into the state of Ohio, but we want people from surrounding areas, Cleveland, Akron, Cincinnati, to come up. We're gonna do our thing. You don't want to have uh, award some of the more black artistic people at your Oscars. F your Oscars. We'll do it ourselves. And that's really what I'm about. That's what I've been saying all along. Like, we don't need anybody dictating or like we need them. We can do our own. And we're doing this. We're doing this. We're not even main characters in the game, and we're doing this. We're funding it ourselves. We're getting the establishment ourselves. So, the possibilities of man is limitless, man. So let's stop waiting. Let's do the bashing, let it expose it for what it is, but then also let the rubber meet the road. Let's get out there and make it happen. So, Yurima Karama, peace, blessings, salutations. Until next time. One.